What's going on, guys? A lot's been happening within these YouTube streets. Apparently, Lauren Chen, I think that's how you say her name, got banned, right? Or removed. Tenet Media as well. We're going to be getting into some of that information today, just in general, right? So make sure you check for the next video after this. But let's see what's going on, man. I'm going to watch it through the quartering. I like his channel.
I'm on the intercom.
Where is the intercom?
I'm hoping that this will be the last we have to talk about the Tenet Media stuff, although I suspect there will be some future follow-up. The real people who are hurt by this, obviously, is the content creators who, even according to the DOJ, had no idea whatsoever of any kind of alleged outside interference or control, which hasn't even been proven. And now people like Tim and Benny and baby buying Dave Rubin are all getting their reputation smeared. And people who are hardworking on the street journalists like Taylor Hansen is out of a job. Their social media manager out of a job with no notice, no severance, no nothing. Just a simple Discord paragraph saying that the business was done, cooked. I believe that was sent by Lauren Chen's husband, Liam. There's plenty to talk about whether or not Lauren and Liam knew what they were doing was potentially...
hitting someone up and saying the business is cooked, is done as a fire, is crazy.
The gray.
That's a
There's
wild way
plenty to talk about in terms of the hypocrisy. Look, if Lauren and Liam knew what they were doing was wrong and then knowingly deceived content creators, or if they actually, the DOJ actually has any evidence whatsoever of, the Kremlin saying, make this video, and then a creator made that video, then I would support them getting in trouble. But I don't think that evidence exists. I guarantee Tim Pool and, Benny Johnson, I think Benny Johnson, I don't know if he got terminated from them long before this happened, or his deal was dissolved with them quite some time ago. Or maybe he quit. I don't know. Matt Christensen, baby buying Dave Rubin. I don't suspect any of these people taking any, hey, make this video and then go make their video. Why? Because they're all super rich already. I don't think Tim Pool would be doing that for any amount of money. Benny Johnson is enormously wealthy. He's not going to take that kind of risk for any kind of money. And people like Matt Christensen are pretty set and Dave Rubin has money to buy babies. So he's doing well. And Taylor was just, reporting on the streets. So maybe there's some people I'm missing that work there, but the net sum of this is what appears to be, at least in my opinion, some sort of Fed honeypot. And just in my opinion, I have not seen any evidence of Mother Russia telling Tim Pool or Benny Johnson to make any video. Yet every single article,
people keep saying that, and it's like, do we have any concrete proof? Right? Because if people didn't know how it works, when you get that big, you have other people that handle things, booking and ads and all. Fam, you can't say 100% that that's what they was doing.
Well, it's you featuring say that their face. Some of them hilariously featuring an overweight Asian man with a beanie who is in fact not Tim Pool. The other side of this, Lauren Chen, who was the co-founder of the website, who took the money, took the $10 million, by the way, terminated from Blaze, fired from Blaze Media. I don't know what capacity she was with Blaze, why she would have a job with Blaze if she was running Tenet Media. That seems weird anyway. And I'm also not hearing a single shred of information about any kind of charges for either Lauren Chen or Liam Chen, or whatever Liam's last name is. I think this is all much ado about nothing. And I got to be honest with you, this may make you recoil a little bit, may make you feel uncomfortable, but $10 million ain't nothing. $10 million isn't really a lot of money to be, producing propaganda. And, I don't think that anywhere in this paperwork, by the way, does it say, hey, Russia requested this and then they did it. That doesn't exist. That's why the DOJ paperwork says that Tim Pool and Benny are actually victims in all of this. It's entirely possible also, by the way, that Lauren, Chen, and Liam are victims in this.
Right.
Maybe they had no idea. Maybe they...
See, and I've been saying that the whole time. Let me get more information before I just jump on the bandwagon and try to say that anyone was doing anything, right? It could have been that they just got tricked. That happens all the time. The influencers, bro. It happens all the time, right? They'll catch you, make you think that you're promoting one thing and you're promoting something else.
They just said, hey, some crazy billionaire wants to fund this thing and his name's Gregorian, whatever. And they took the money. I know that like everyone loves it when, creators talk about money and business, but like, this is not that much money. And basically when we're talking about starting a news media company, I've started the Publica on $0 and all we've done is continue to lose money. So we have a great team there, but yeah, don't you think the Daily Wire had investors? Yeah. Don't you think the Blaze, Blaze has investors? Don't you think that, all this kind of stuff? And, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, do you think that the Department of Justice would have done a big press conference? I think TPUSA takes money from foreign countries, I think. That's been reported before. Do you think the DOJ would have been doing all this if Lauren Chen took $10 million from Israel to report news and was telling her staff to report on pro-Israel stuff? No, never would have happened. No. The Department of Justice would never have said anything about it.
They ain't convicting Team Kamala out here doing all types of nasty stuff, right? Like allegedly getting influencers to push their agenda, or that's not even alleged, putting fake ads out, football teams and whatnot.
About it. In fact, there's lots of companies in this country that are directly from Israel, and they have a extremely strong influence on our government. There's organizations like APEC and things like that. Okay. You guys know me. I'm not a noticer. Okay. I'm not like a Jews bad guy. I'm just using Israel as an example. Whoa. There are many organizations, universities, and otherwise.
Hey, listen, man. Got no hate or disdain for any community at all.
So take a lot of...
And also, we're watching this for educational purposes.
Money in every year from China. Is the Department of Justice bringing them down to their knees? Are they parading them out with these indictments? No, they're not doing that. How about all the streamers that are undoubtedly paid by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and others to promote Islam to American youth? Those people, I would be willing to bet, exist. Large streamers who suddenly convert to Islam, for example, and talk about how great it is and show all of this lifestyle and this and that. You don't think they're getting paid for that? I think they're getting paid for that. I don't know. Is our government, is the Department of Justice investigating that for 2 months before the election? No. What they're investigating is a conservative outlet that is mostly full of dissident liberals or ex-liberals, or in some cases outright conservatives who are generally pro-Trump, except for Lauren Chen, who apparently was telling people not to vote for Trump. And again, I want to point out, this is the fallout. Everyone, look, Tim's fine. I don't think Benny was even working with them anymore. Dave Rubin, I guess, remember, has baby buying money. He's fine. Matt Christensen's fine.
He keeps saying that.
These guys all had like big followings before, and they'll have big followings after. It's unfortunate, though, that now their names are getting smeared. I was in Tim's chat this morning, and there was all these weirdos calling him a Russian shill and all this stuff, which is he obviously isn't. Okay.
Right.
There's people who are saying, you have people like Sebastian Gorka coming out there and saying,
people just wanted an excuse, bro. That is all. People just wanted an excuse to go after Tim Pool for whatever reason. They didn't even need a reason. Right. And I've learned that just from being a public figure on social media or whatever. Fam, people will hate you and follow you for years, hoping for anything to make you look bad. And then they will take that and run with it. They don't care if, I guess, the facts say otherwise. Right. As long as they could push whatever narrative, because they know, like, I guess a lot of people are stupid out here in these streets and just going to follow whatever mainstream media is saying. So they're just going to go whatever the headline is. And it's dumb, right? And yeah, there are people like that out here. We like to call them idiots.
Well, I knew it was a Russian app all along. It's weird. It feels manufactured. And I have seen no evidence that this $10 million didn't come from our own federal government, in some weird honeypot trap. And the most egregious thing probably is now big tech, YouTube and other platforms have started deplatforming. Not only did they deplatform Tenet immediately, but they deplatformed Lauren Chen, all of her other channels, even her pop culture channels. And there has been no conviction. There has only been an indictment,
that is nuts. I ain't going front. That's crazy. Meanwhile, EDP is just running around and having the time of his life on YouTube.
Is only a formal complaint, a formal accusation. It is not.
Yeah, check me out on Rumble too.
It is not a conviction. So without any conviction, big tech removed their all of their journalistic work, all of the work of the people that work for Tenet, who, again, the DOJ admits we don't have, that they didn't even know, right? They didn't know. So they're the victims in this. Doesn't matter. YouTube deleted all their videos. And then you have Lauren herself, who has not been convicted and has channels of 1 million plus subscribers deleted just for the accusation. This is not how it's supposed to work.
It's the world we
Going
live
into
in.
this weekend, download the Rumble app, please. Okay? Follow the quartering. I live stream there Monday through Friday at 1 Eastern.
Follow me on Rumble.
This is why being on
set time for live streaming on there yet, but I will.
New tech platforms are important. You want to know why?
Sure.
Because if I go here, if I go to Rumble, guess what? Guess who's still there? Tenet Media. Guess who's still here?
I'm about to say with a way smaller following.
Lauren Chen.
Okay, she's still there.
You want to know why? It's because
1,000.
Rumble supports free speech. These people
Even though I think they had millions on YouTube probably.
not convicted of any crimes, and they don't work like big tech, right? 3 days ago, there was an upload from Lauren here with 46,000 views. Okay, she's got 125,000 followers on Rumble. I don't like. Look, if they were, let's say they were like, ooh, the Kremlin was like, Russian words, do this, and Lauren Chen, and they had some sort of messaging where Lauren Chen or her husband were like, okay, yes, comrade, and they went and did it. Fine, okay, fine, but you have to prove that in court.
I agree. Right. And people are acting as if they have that black and white right now with proof and everything just out in fact. No, they acting like they got it in color. They acting like they got it on camera.
Lauren Chen and her husband Liam get their right to a day in court, and YouTube should not be removing channels based on an indictment. Okay. There are all sorts. I mean, Chris Chan still has his YouTube channel. Do you know what he's accused of doing?
Yeah.
Look it up. Actually, don't look it up.
Admitting to doing
it. There are all sorts of people with all sorts of claims. YouTube did not take down Puff Daddy's channel until he was convicted. Okay. Even though there were wild accusations about him for years, lawsuits, indictments, and things of that nature.
Why? Beyond allegations, nigga, it was already proven. People always forget about that staircase party thing that he did back in the day where people lost their lives. No one ever talks about it.
With Tenet Media and Lauren Chen, were they summarily found guilty based on a politically motivated indictment, minimum, right? Think about this, hypothetically. The left really, really wants you to be afraid of Russia. They really, really want to say that Russia's interfering with the election. Look what they did for $10 million, hypothetically. They could pick a gullible person, get them in, or they could get, a happy, someone who's excited to take the money. I don't even want to say gullible. They could take, an unsuspecting person like Lauren Chen, give them a nice big budget and say, start your company. And then 4 months later say, ha. I'm not saying that's what's happened. I'm just saying, don't you think that'd be a nice, easy way to prove that conservatives are bad and that they're funded by Russia. I'm just saying it's.
I actually think you're cooking right there. But also, that's the risk of not just doing it all yourself. I don't think there's nothing wrong with getting investments, right? But I'm thinking more bank type of stuff or whatever, right? But that's the risk that you run to some degree, right? And I get it. You want to upgrade and build a network. I had a long talk with my older brother about that. Not as if I wanted to build a network per se. I think I kind of did at one point, like a more independent kind of thing. But then managing people sucks. Like, I really hate that. Like, because especially the way I work hard as hell, and I never can meet people that can match my energy. But because of small things like that, that's why networks never really work out, right? There's so many problems with networks. That's when you end up getting them sold and other people end up running stuff. It's never really a consistent path. Plus, there's so many problems and issues that pop up and arise when managing people, right? It's just really not the best look, at least in my personal opinion, especially now that having that long, detailed talk about with my brother. And it wasn't even about me. We were just talking in general about some of these people that try to start networks and fail.
It's a hypothetical. I don't have any evidence of it. Over the weekend, I want you to download the Rumble app, okay? I want you to follow your favorite creators here and just work it into your regular schedule. You don't have to leave. I'm not telling you to leave your favorite platform. But if you download the Rumble app, trust me, it's gotten so much better than the last time you used it. It's getting constantly updated.
There you go.
And stay
I'm about the screen goes black, guys. That means I'm like,
don't do this
live editing.
I feel so bad for, a guy like Taylor who's done all this on the ground work. It's just gone because YouTube says, Russia, delete. Look, if they were convicted of something, fine, take their channels down.
That is mad crazy. I ain't going front. That's nuts.
I still necessarily wouldn't agree with it, but at least I would understand it. This is a bad sign for the coming 2 months, next 60 days leading up to the election. Stay vigilant, stay smart, stay frosty. And come tune in to my daily live stream at 1 Eastern.
All right, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Maybe I'll check it out. Shout outs to the quartering. But yeah, I do believe that that's nuts. Right? With no proof or anything, you can't even tell me what exactly they did per se, right? Or can you prove that it was done intentionally, right? I don't think so, but it seems like that's the way things work on social media. Tell me what you guys' opinion is down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Share the video as well, man. Check me out on Patreon for $1. Why not? All right, let's see.